Coming up on Perspectives, the debate on white privilege. Is there such a thing, and if so, what does it mean?
And we'll take a look at the students of the University of Iowa's reaction to popular Asian foods later in the show.
And in sports, I'll take you through some highlights in football and basketball, both here at Iowa and professionally.
All of this and more coming up.
You're watching Perspectives.
Hello and welcome. I'm Hannah Zigo.
And I'm Anthony Madrano.
Tonight we'll take you into this year's fall edition of Perspectives, where we aim in our organization, the UI National Association of Black Journalists, to express cultural differences and issues here at the University of Iowa campus through student voices.
First on tonight's program, we'll learn how one school is offering a way for parents to learn English. Perspectives reporter Yesenia Chavez has the story.
In the evening, instead of the bustling sounds of children in the hallways of Lucas Elementary, you'll hear silence. And in the classrooms, you'll find not children, but adults, scribbling away in concentration. For 2 months, Lucas Elementary has offered an English language learning program for its students, family members who want to learn or improve their English.
We felt as if we have a lot of families and changing demographics that we should try to provide some kind of programming for families.
The PTO and school district fund the program, and the classes are taught by volunteers. Susan Preppershaw is one of the volunteers teaching a beginning level class. The program offers 3 levels of learning.
We've got this beginning level class, which is really kind of a high beginning level. Most of the students know a few words and can make some sentences and understand a little English. There's a literacy level class for students who don't understand a word of English and maybe can't read and write our alphabet. And then there are a couple students in an advanced conversation group with a volunteer.
Aside from working and family obligations, these students face other challenges. Research shows that it is harder for adults to learn a second language than it is for children. These students share their struggles and obstacles of learning the English language.
Es difícil porque se escribe de una manera y se pronuncia de otra.
Y me da pena porque no estoy pronunciando las cosas bien. Entonces, yo digo, si estoy pronunciando, lo estoy diciendo bien porque no me entiendes.
Te estresas porque sales de trabajar, a veces sin comerte, vienes a la escuela, tienes hijos que atender en casa y a veces pasan muchos años que estás aquí y a veces no asistes por lo mismo porque solo es trabajo, casa, hijos, trabajo y no hay tiempo.
Despite the obstacles, with their hard work and motivation, their English has improved. The program also hopes to reach out to more families. I'm Yesenia Chavez, reporting from Iowa City, Iowa, for Perspectives.
For those looking to get involved at Lucas Elementary, the schools say they are always welcome to volunteers.
The countdown begins for the National Museum of African American History and Culture, which plans to open its doors next year. The museum will locate on the National Mall in Washington. However, its first exhibit is already on display. The exhibit is set to celebrate the cultural accomplishments Black people have made during African American history, with multiple performances and collections that show 150 years of African American history. The exhibit does not stop there. However, it also presents recent African American issues in our country as a goal to show that history is in the making today.
Many, in fact, do believe history is being made. And here at Perspectives, we would like to take a look at racial events heard around the nation that have occurred this past year.
Let's toss it over to Perspectives reporter Efe Aniro for a quick recap on the political events. Efe?
Thanks, guys. Hurt and outrage are some of the words to describe the reaction to racial tensions around the country for the past couple of years. Just recently, the University of Missouri continues to fight in protest over race-related issues and threats that occur on their school campus. Protests began when many students, including the school's football team, urged their school's president, Tim Wolf, to resign due to failure to confront the racial incidents in what the students believe is a systematic operation on their campus. Wolf has been seen in a video stating that students only believe in systematic operation because they don't believe that they have the equal opportunities to succeed. Missouri students have expressed their concerns about the racial slurs and even death threats that they face on a daily basis. Here at Iowa, students gathered in support of the University of Missouri Students of Color and the issues they faced. An event named the Blackout for Mizzou was issued on the university's Panther Crest.
Fight! It is our duty to fight. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and support each other. We must love each other and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. It is our duty to fight. It is our duty to fight. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and support each other. We must love each other and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Student speeches at the gathering included overcoming the racial stigma and a thrive for change. This is just one of the many racial events that have happened this year alone. In the summer of 2015, Sandra Bland, a 28-year-old black woman, was found dead in her jail cell in Texas, but by what authorities are saying was a suicide. This was after Bland was shown in a video being wrestled to the ground by State Trooper Brian Encina, causing injury to her head for failing to signal a lane change. Social media has played a huge role in allowing videos to go viral on police brutality. A video made headlines when it showed a white police officer at a South Carolina high school grabbing a black student by the neck, flipping her backwards from her desk, and dragging her across the floor for failing to put her cell phone away in class. This is following the news about the multiple unarmed black males who have lost their life in conflict with police authority. As race-related issues continue to make headlines, many protesters around the country, including here at the University of Iowa, claim this is just the beginning and change is on its way. Back to you guys at the desk.
Food has always been an example of different traditions and different cultures. Let's take a look at how some Iowa City College students reacted to the foods of the Asian culture. Reporter Feng Yi Shen has the story.
Hi, this is Molly at the Main Library. Today I will interview Native American about the taste of Chinese snacks. Let's see what they have to say.
There's like a nice sweet and sour taste. Is it seaweed? A little bit salty. Is it like, is that like seeds or pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds maybe?
It's like a cracker. It's maybe like a Velveeta chip or something like that. But I don't know exactly, so.
It's not that bad. It tastes like sunflower seeds or something like that.
I like this one.
How does that taste?
It's not the taste, it's the texture. It's really hard to chew. It's really hard.
It really is like a Tootsie Roll. I like this.
Oh.
How's that taste?
It's sweet. It kind of tastes like a Laffy Taffy. Like a sugary Laffy Taffy.
That was different. That's good.
Okay. It just put in the mouth of them.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's really weird. Some type of meat. But it's kind of sweet too.
Different people have different tastes of Asian food. Someone like it and someone did not like it. You American, we have different tastes. This is knowledge from perspective.
The phrase definitely brings controversy in the midst of race-related issues. It can also spark discussion. Let's see how Iowa City and Perspective reporter Cassandra Santiago deals with the phrase white privilege.
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
I think it doesn't make any difference. White, black, green, purple, maroon, doesn't make any difference.
White privilege is the white man's animalistic behavior being covered by the history they want the rest of the world to see.
I don't really have one, I guess. Maybe some people think that others deserve more because they're white, and some others don't deserve anything because they're not white.
White privilege is like an invisible knapsack things that people do not recognize and use and take advantage of without realizing it.
White privilege does not equal white guilt, but it is the inherent, I don't know how to say, you can't okay, it's the inherent things that people of white identity get as a part of their identity.
Just knowing that when you go outside, the way you're perceived or the way you're looked at is definitely going to be completely different the way somebody of color would be looked at. And so it's knowing you have the privilege of going out and not being judged in a certain way or not having a certain, I guess, demeanor already attached to you.
People with white skin, that have money, actually getting things that they shouldn't get, probably. If they get in trouble, being given a lesser sentence.
White privilege to me at a most basic level is not having to think about your race on a daily basis. I think that's on the most basic level, race does not affect you. And that's white privilege.
Cassandra Santiago, Perspectives.
Well, I know the Hawkeyes have been dominating in our football season. Let's see what else has been happening in the sports world.
Let's toss it over to Anthony Johnson in the sports studio for a quick recap. Anthony?
Well, Hannah and Anthony, it's been a huge year in sports news, starting off with the Hawkeyes here at the University of Iowa. The team continues on an undefeated journey. The football team is going strong with a 10-0 record after their home game against the Purdue Boilermakers. If the Hawkeyes keep this up, they could be on their way to the championship. Iowa junior defensive back Desmond King, who has 8 interceptions, the most in the country, has also been recently named a semifinalist for the Walter Camp Player of the Year award. And in professional basketball, LeBron James of the Cleveland Cavaliers continue his climb up the NBA's all-time scoring list by recently passing retired basketball player Jerry West from number 19 on the NBA all-time scoring list. James hoped to surpass retired Houston Rockets player Hakeem Olajuwon's record, who is currently ranked 10th all-time. And as far as record-breaking seasons go, Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors move up to the 37th spot on the all-time three-point shooting list. So far, Curry has already made 62 three-point shots and is on the pace of breaking his own record. Those are the highlights in sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
In entertainment, African-American actress Viola Davis made history in award-winning honors by becoming the first African-American to win an award for Best Actress in a Drama Series. Davis, who was the main protagonist in the television series How to Get Away with Murder, delivered an emotional speech during her acceptance discussing Black beauty and accomplishments. An emotional Davis stated, "The only thing that separates women of color from anyone else is opportunity." She ended her speech on a quote from Harriet Tubman about crossing the lines of success in the African-American community. It's a great show, Anthony, don't you think?
I really enjoyed the show. You know, my favorite part is just waiting every week for the new episodes. I'm just like, yo, when is this gonna happen? Like, who's gonna die next? Who's gonna live? I honestly, this has me wired every time.
Keeps me going. Well, that about wraps up our fall edition of Perspectives. Be sure to tune in to our spring edition for our next program to see even more stories that are always arising in culture and diversity.
For more information on the National Association of Black Journalists and our Perspectives program, you can follow us on any of our social media outlets. I'm Anthony Medrano.
And I'm Hannah Zigo. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you've learned something new.